He's there to do what he's told, and that's what he does. He's just got to do what she tells him. He's got to walk behind her. He's had a jolly bad time because she takes away everything from him. He's not allowed to be number one in anything. She pushes him out the way.
Hermit Prince Harry is a kept man in a Montecito prison where his wife, Meghan Markle, has now even separated their two offices. These are the shocking revelations in a new expose published by Page 6 and the New York Post editor-at-large, Sarah Nathan, that is currently rocking the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Much of this, of course, is news that I have reported in the past, but the fact that it is now into the mainstream is highly significant. So we have our royal mastermind, Prince Harry's biographer herself, Angela Levin, to provide analysis today. But Angela, let's just go through these shocking revelations first, because here's the headline, which is rocking the royals. Prince Harry is kept man who rarely leaves the house. They say he is a glorified house husband, relying on speaking gigs to make money. People alleged to be in his circle by the outlet say he lacks a stable income stream and a clear mission, and question whether he has slipped back into the role of spare, albeit this time on the other side of the Atlantic. And for me, I think that is the most shocking thing. It's like, Harry, you've fallen into another trap. You hated being the spare to Prince William. You are now the spare to your own wife. But this is what Page 6 said. From royal warrior to sideline spare, Prince Harry's failing new life in Hollywood spotlight crumbles. We are on a mission to 700,000 subscribers. So I need you to do something for me right now. It is free. It is easy. It is simple. Just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That's because over 50% of you watching this video haven't done that yet. And it is the best way to support Outspoken. We're totally independent, by the way. No big tech backing, no billionaires pulling the strings. And if you turn on the bell, you'll get alerted to all our new videos. Sarah Nathan reports in some ways the prince is a glorified house husband, while Markle brings home the artisanal bacon. Though even that is not going as planned. Of the news that her Netflix lifestyle show has ended following in the footsteps of the Sussex Spotify deal. The Post is told, and this is where money comes into it, that the Sussex coffers are rapidly depleting, with one source in the know saying the couple had to downsize their staffing. Harry's not really doing anything in America, said the source. It seems he is still very wrapped up in the past. There have been rumors that Harry is starting a business, but he and Meghan don't have the best track record. He's really great at service. Look at the success of his Invictus charity. He really should just stick with that. Although Harry made a reported $27 million from his 2023 memoir, Spare, the cost of the couple's Californian life said to be insanely high. They reportedly spend between $2 and $3 million a year on security, plus monthly payments on a $10 million mortgage, not to mention costs for house and work staff. There were rumors about Harry filming a Netflix doc in Africa, but that came to nothing, while the couple's polo show for Netflix only lasted one season. However, the couple still do have a film adaptation of The Wedding Date for Netflix on the slate via their Archwell Productions. However, the source said, I think Harry's banking on speaking engagements for income right now. That would explain why he went to chew the fat with real estate agents in Canada. And for the first time in their relationship, Page 6 reports he and Markle are on different paths when it comes to their professional lives. While the couple teamed up to sign past deals with Spotify and Netflix, they now have separate offices, we're told. What happened to Salt and Pepper? What happened to them literally claiming that they love just sitting side by side as they worked as one all day long? Page 6 goes on, although they may have lost some of their hidden glow in Hollywood, Markle remains a client of top agency WME, and they do have friends in high places. They're still close to Montecito power players, including former Paramount CEO Brian Robbins, who has a new production company backed by CAA and Sony, dedicated to animated and live-action fare, and his wife Tracy. Markle is pals with neighbour Oprah Winfrey and counts makeup millionaire Victoria Jackson as a BFF. For the most part, Harry's local friends are said to be people he knows through Markle, apart from Argentinian polo star Nacho Figueras, with whom he has been spotted at the Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club. A source said the prince lost touch with his UK pals years ago. I don't think they leave the house much, said the source in the know. Meghan does maybe, but not so much Harry. They're mainly found hanging out with their kids, Archie and Lily, who attend local schools. But although Harry and Markle desperately wanted to sprinkle some sunshine on their new life, Montecito resident Gail Pollard told us, Harry probably came here with a lot of gusto, but a lot of it fell flat. I'd like to see him go back to England. That was the feeling in our small community. I don't care for either of them. They're not sincere. They're doing everything for fame and fortune. So Angela Levin, even though this reporting from Page 6 backs up what yourself and what myself have been reporting now for many months, this is still utterly damning. The fact it is now in the mainstream media, the fact that the money troubles are growing, the fact that their offices are now separate. As Prince Harry's biographer, what do you make of all of this?
Well, I'm not surprised really, because he obviously realizes he's made a terrible mistake and he doesn't know how to come out of it, because he can't go back to home and say, look, I made a terrible mistake. Please forgive me. He refuses to apologize in any way for anything. So he's got to try and manage it. Now, if you think the situation he's in, it's a jolly difficult one to get out of. The best is to sort of swap places, and he goes in one place to sit there at a desk and she goes at another. He's absolutely stuck, and that's why he's trying to get home. He's trying to get money, but he won't actually agree to the other things he's got to do, which is apologise, and he's got to be ready to be part of the royal family and do something, but he can't decide what he's going to do. Like when he talked about Trump the other day, he can't do that. He's not allowed to do that. He's not a member of the royal family anymore. He can't just tell people off and hope for the best. He can't, and he doesn't seem to be able to be himself. He's just desperate. And I think also he's been waiting and waiting and waiting for this last anti-newspaper.
In the High Court, exactly last
Yeah,
week.
in the High Court. And so he doesn't know where he is or how he is. I don't feel sorry for him. I used to, but I don't anymore, because his behaviour is so awful. And Meghan, you see, she loses all her staff because she's so unpleasant to them. But with Harry, she knows he won't go, so he's doing jobs, probably quite nice ones with the children, but he's there to do what he's told, and that's what he does. I mean, he came back very, very quickly from the court, and a long flight, but is there actually smiling and grinning at a silly sort of thing later. He's just got to do what she tells him. He's got to walk behind her. He's got to, you know, hang on to her hand. He's got to obey what gesture she does, like this one's on the back, or this one pulls his jacket. He's very busy remembering what he's got to do, but it's nothing for anybody alive, frankly. It's just awful. Now, look at that picture. That's a very important picture. This woman who's done all these ideas for people that are coming to her. Sorry. She's doing all the arrangements for what has become a very unsatisfactory thing. But she wouldn't hold Meghan's hand. She put her hand round the back of Harry. And Meghan's come along to be the great super exactly wonderful person who's done all this, or she hasn't done anything. But Harry was just quieter. He must have gone in once or twice. And so the woman doesn't like her. You see, again, she's not putting her arm around Meghan. So that tells you what Meghan's like. She's actually got to win everything that she wants.
And Angela, your view is that Harry knows he's made a mistake?
I'm sure he does.
But he can't be honest about it with his family, which is presumably why he's so desperate for this sort of almost a way to edge closer to the United Kingdom.
Yes. I mean, he's not so stupid that he doesn't know that he's made a big mistake. I mean, he fell in love with her for all sorts of things, that she smelt like his mother Diana. He thought she knew everything about her. You know, Meghan looked at him, his eyes, and looked at how wonderful you are, and we love each other. But then, once she got to know him, she's as tough as old reeds, you know. She's just so tough that she's very good at pretending, and she's, you know, very good at earning money and everything like that through him. But she's not the nice person that he thought she would be. It's fine, you can smile at anyone, but it doesn't mean anything. And he's had a jolly bad time because she takes away everything from him. He's not allowed to be number one in anything. She pushes him out the way. We've all seen that for years now. And he doesn't know who he is, how he's managing, or anything at all. He's very unhappy, you can see it.
But even the money thing, Angela, hasn't worked out as planned. I mean, the New York Post, and they obviously back it up by talking about the outgoings, saying that the coffers are now starting to run dry.
Yes. Well, that's because Meghan goes out, and that coat she wore just a few days ago, it was worth £3,000, 4,000. You know, she does actually spend a fortune. You can see she's got all very expensive jewellery on, and she spends money like no one's business. But the real money of paying for important things, they don't have. Harry has had money from his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, and he's had money from his mother and from his people in the royal family if they've wanted to have given him some. But you think that it's masses of a million, but if you spend an awful lot and you've got a house that's much too big for you, and you don't pretend you're going to go to another one, but you're not really, because you want a big house and make it seem enormous, that you are just going to lose your money. Harry hasn't been able to use money very well because he didn't have much money that was actually there for him. The aides help, other people help, people got things ready for him. They buy his clothes and all that sort of stuff. It's not him. It didn't have any responsibility until he went off with Meghan. But then he didn't really know what to do. She certainly knew what to do, but he didn't. So it will be difficult. But he wants to get to his father, and he, look at that terrible face. He wants to get to his father and get loads and loads of money. He feels he ought to because he's the father's son. But, we all know that somebody who's 42 to be able to look after his own finances. He just doesn't know how to do it. He wasn't taught how to do that.
But first, the number one worst fruit for your waistline. Are you turning healthy fruits into highly unhealthy fruits without even realizing it? Fruit can be one of the healthiest things you can put into your body, but the majority of Americans are guilty of making this single mistake that can counteract all of the health benefits of fruit. Some fruits help with occasional constipation, reduce bloating, and even help burn calories. Others can wreak havoc on your digestive system and energy levels. I came across this viral presentation from world-renowned surgeon Dr. Stephen Gundry that showcases the 3 fruits to stop eating today. And it was shocking. I had no idea. And after finding it out, I've stopped eating these too. I'm going to put a link for you all to watch it because I want you to gain this information. I think it's truly important. You can watch it right now at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. That's thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. I also linked it in the description box below the video too, so make sure to click on it or just go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Oh, and by the way, Eliminating these fruits could forever change the way we help increase energy levels, decrease brain fog, support digestion, and even lose weight. So make sure to click below or go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken to find out now. Dr. Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using his research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone, his health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. It's linked at the bottom of this video, but he'll teach you exactly how he has kept his weight off for free at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Just click on the link in the description below the video. But now, back to the show. And Angela, he continues to put the British royal family in a perilous position. I mean, the statement speaking out against Donald Trump, then backed up by Meghan Markle, was absolutely undiplomatic, was, I think, totally vile, given that Trump himself has since made it clear that he wasn't referring to British troops anyway. But does it not also show the total arrogance of the man? I mean, the only reason Harry probably feels safe in the United States of America is because Donald Trump has said, no, we're not going to look into deporting him, even if he did lie on his immigration documents, which is clearly what the Heritage Foundation believes about illegal drug use. And yet the arrogance of Harry is he can never just sit back. He can never think it would be inappropriate for me to speak out. He's such a hothead these days.
Yes, well, he doesn't know what to do. I mean, for that, speaking so badly to Trump, it was actually giving him a chance to say something powerful that he wanted to do, and it would get Meghan very happy because she didn't like him either, and Trump doesn't like her at all either. He said he pitied Harry having somebody like her, but he just would feel good that he could be powerful. He's not powerful, he's weak. And he wants to show that he can be powerful. I mean, how he's behaving with the newspaper problem at the Trump, newspaper problem is ridiculous because he's shouting at lawyers instead of waiting to be asked by more important people there. And he just can't do it. He just has to do it to please Meghan. It's all to please Meghan.
It really is. It really is. And of course, she did back it up. But it's a really disgusting way to act. It's a very political way to act. And the reality is, do not buy into this narrative, by the way, that Harry's statement made the difference. No, it was in hand. It was all in hand. Harry's statement, actually, if Trump was aware of it, would have, I believe, scuppered what Trump then did, which was post on Truth Social that actually, no, he wasn't referring to British troops at all. So Harry has proven, I believe, to Charles why he is a danger, why William is right, why the title should be stripped, why he should remain in exile.
Yeah, the difficulty is, though, is that Trump knows the king likes his son very much and he doesn't want to upset him. So I think he will think very, very hard before he gets rid of him, and he won't want to upset the king because he's one of the people that he really, really likes. So it's very, very complicated.
It is very complicated. Also very complicated, Angela, is whatever is going on between Andrew, Mountbatten Windsor, and his two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. So I want to take you through this because there was a major piece of PR in today's Sun newspaper here in the United Kingdom. But just before I get to it, the context, of course, is that over the past couple of weeks, the Mail on Sunday, via its editor-at-large Charlotte Griffiths, who has been tied up, of course, in this Prince Harry court case, has been reporting that Princess Eugenie has cut contact with her father, Andrew. Well, today, the Sun revealed that Beatrice was showing support for her disgraced dad as her daughter joined him to ride at Windsor Castle. There was even footage of this and pictures of this. And Matt Wilkinson, the newspaper's royal editor, reported that Beatrice's show of support comes amid these claims that Princess Eugenie had severed contact with her dad. However, he writes, the Sun understands that she has been to see him in recent weeks. A friend insisted it is completely untrue she has cut him off. She has seen him several times this year and is supportive. She is there for her father whenever he needs her. But of course, this does run in contrast to the reporting from Charlotte Griffiths, who has made this new video really standing by her purported exclusive. Watch this.
Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are two sisters who are as close as can be, but there's something in between them at the moment, which is their father, the former Prince Andrew. And the reason is because Princess Eugenie is not speaking to her father, sadly, but Princess Beatrice is. And the reason for this is, in the build-up to Christmas, Princess Beatrice had to christen her little baby, and she didn't have the heart not to invite her father. But Princess Eugenie, right up until Christmas, was not speaking a word to her father. She'd completely cut him off. And it's just a really sad time for these two sisters because they're not actually aligned on the whole fallout around the former Prince Andrew's fall from grace. Princess Beatrice remains close to him. She essentially believed him all along, and especially after the 2019 Emily Maitlis interview, she was right behind her father saying, "Well done, Daddy." And do you remember famously he said he thought it went really well? Well, Princess Beatrice was one of those voices that was saying, "Daddy, that went really well." Princess Eugenie, on the other hand, she's a little bit more grounded. She's a little bit less regal, actually. She's more like a normal person, and she has this kind of normal person take on the whole thing. She thinks the whole thing's crazy, worrying, depressing, all the things, I suppose, that we really think. And then added to that, she runs the Anti-Slavery Collective, which is an anti-sex trafficking charity. And then the other thing is she's a little bit more removed from everything because she lives in Portugal with her husband and her kids. And actually, apparently she speaks Portuguese now. The kids go to a Portuguese school. So she's kind of in a different world from all of this drama that's been surrounding the York family. And she's quite happy like that. She's quite happy far away from it all. And who can really blame her? Because it's a really sad and difficult time for her and her sister, Princess Beatrice.
So Angela Levin,
A new report from Page Six and the New York Post has reignited debate about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's life in California. The article claims that Harry has become increasingly sidelined professionally, while Meghan continues pursuing her own business and media ventures. It also raises questions about the couple's finances, working relationship, and future direction. According to the report, sources describe Prince Harry as having a much quieter public role than expected after stepping back from royal duties. The article suggests he has relied primarily on speaking engagements and charitable work, while speculation about new business ventures has yet to produce significant results. One source quoted by the publication claims Harry spends much of his time at home and remains focused on projects connected to his past, particularly the Invictus Games. As always, with anonymously sourced reports, these claims have not been independently verified. The report also revisits long-standing questions about the couple's finances. It notes the substantial costs associated with maintaining their Montecito lifestyle, including security, property expenses, and staffing. While Harry reportedly earned millions from his memoir Spare, commentators quoted in the article question whether current income streams are sufficient to support their lifestyle over the long term. Again, these are estimates and opinions reported by the publication rather than confirmed financial disclosures. Perhaps the most talked about claim is that Harry and Meghan are increasingly pursuing separate professional strategies. According to the report, the couple now operate through separate offices, marking a shift from their earlier approach of presenting themselves as a united business partnership. Meghan reportedly continues working with major talent representation while developing her own projects, whereas Harry is said to be focusing on speaking engagements and charitable initiatives. Whether this reflects a strategic business decision or something more remains a matter of speculation. Royal biographer Angela Levin argues that Harry appears unhappy and may regret some of the decisions made since leaving royal life. Others believe public figures inevitably attract scrutiny whenever they comment on political issues. Whether these reports accurately reflect the Sussexes' private life remains unclear. Neither Prince Harry nor Meghan Markle has publicly responded to the latest claims. For now, the discussion highlights continuing public interest in how the couple balance their charitable work, commercial projects, and family life outside the monarchy. As with many royal stories, separating verified facts from anonymous sourcing and personal opinion remains essential. What do you think? Are these reports a sign that Harry and Meghan are simply evolving their careers independently, or do they point to larger challenges behind the scenes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates.